about it. Now listen to what I gotta say. Sarah!
It's trying to rape me! Okay, so today's lesson is about Black Wall Street.
Come on out, boy!
Okay, class. Let's exit in orderly fashion. Come on.
I ain't done yet!
Okay, so today's lesson is about Black Wall Street.
Watch now on tranquilinferno.com.
tranquilinferno.com. Click the link in the description box to see how to watch the film Tranquil Inferno. Type viral code 10 in the promo code section to get 10% off your order. Great film by a great director and a great brother. Go ahead and support. Promo code viral 10. Go ahead and click the link now. And if you want to be featured on Viral Hip Hop News, if you want a commercial in the front of my videos, if you want to conduct an artist spotlight where I interview you, independent entrepreneurs, artists, whatever the case may be, email me, dlsmediainc1@gmail.com. Again, dlsmediainc1@gmail.com to see how you can do that. Can't wait to see your emails. Let's get to whatever the case may be. We don't know. And if there was videotapes going on, you would assume they were with consenting adults. And if you ask me, if there's video out there with consenting adults doing whatever they're doing and they seem like they're having a good time, that's proof of his innocence. It's proof. Right. What other proof do you have that he did anything violating? If you got tapes of consenting adults doing a thing, then that's proof. Now, is there going to be a level of public embarrassment if we find out some of these people were, I'm sure there will be, but it's not against the law. And it also was saying that Cassie was on those videos and she was kind of the one spearheading the thing. She was in charge of these joints.
Oh, wow.
That's what they're saying. Go look it up. So it's like, man, and I don't want to see nothing happen to Cassie. She got her money. Go ahead and do your thing. But you, I don't know if I don't want to see. This man, they tried to take this man's life away. They tried to throw him under the jail and say that he was somebody that he was trafficking people and doing things to children and doing all this stuff. And if they got video evidence going otherwise, then like I said yesterday, a lot of people need to be sitting in court speaking on their actions because you tried to destroy a man, period. We ain't the biggest fans of Diddy, but we are not a fan of what the hell is going on right now, especially when there's really no proof. The only proof they seemingly have is him having consensual freaky sex with a bunch of adults.
They said, and I quote, victim one, who I guess is Cassie, is not only consenting, she is eventually happy, dominant, and completely in control.
That is Cassie, yep.
Wow. And also they're saying nothing, no children, no nothing. Now, apparently they are, when they're viewing these tapes, they're viewing them under, the guys, like the federal government is there, so they're all watching this shit together. That's what his lawyers are saying. So this is big. And this is at the heart of his defense. Like, this is all consenting adults. My question is, why would the federal government jump the gun like that without fully reviewing that evidence? So it has to be another part to this, or they just made a big-ass mistake. Like, you don't arrest this man.
Yeah.
Bring him into custody, do all this raid, and get these tapes. Arrest him and watch the tapes later.
Yeah.
You get the information. Remember, they got the stuff first. And then they came back some time later and arrested him. So y'all didn't review these tapes fully? Or they fucking lying. The federal government is lying. They were trying to build a bogus-ass case to get this man convicted. Because now it's going to be, how can we tell? That's why I think the drugging part is big about this. Because they might try to make it seem like even though they was having sex and they was doing, freely, that he drugged them and made them do it on some weird type shit. Like he gave them drugs. They was under the influence that they had sex. No, these are consenting people that wanted to be there. They wanted to have intercourse. That's what it appears like to me.
Yep.
You know what I mean? So we'll see. This is, again, we only deal with limited information.
Yep.
We don't have deeper information. But if Diddy's lawyers were smart, they would get with different blogs and shit and start leaking little shit that we could put out there as fact, but they don't.
Should be right on Twitter and Pornhub everywhere.
Hell yeah, but maybe that's the reason also why they didn't want them to dub copies and shit, so they all watch it together.
Right.
You know what I mean? And because shit will start leaking.
The Feds, that's interesting though, because we know the Feds for not making mistakes. They're very thorough. So it's like either somebody tipped them off or they had a very, very high percentage. If we go in here, we're going to find something. Somebody tipped them off. All right, we got to get him. Okay, he had something in there. And now that shit came up empty. and we may have seen them make like maybe they had a real highly a real hunch on something, you know what I'm saying, and it really wasn't what it was, but for some reason it was like who pulled the trigger to want to take this man down on the levels we've seen before. Because like we talked to Andrew Wyden numerous times, and he said Dr. Cobbs was the blueprint, and it was. We seen that blueprint executed, then we seen it happen to R. Kelly, and then we see it attempting to be happening right now to Diddy. But man, oh man, I don't know. Now when he got initially locked up, we thought it was over. Like we looked at the situation, it didn't look good. Does this change your mind? With the defensive kind of came out and said now as far as evidence and things like that, does this change your mind a little bit? Or are you still along the lines of he might die in jail?
That's a tough one, man, because I'm kind of like, I think it has to be something deeper. I just don't see them going through all of this. Because remember, they got this big conviction rate for a reason.
Yeah.
Because they're very thorough in bringing the case. If they were to have to let this man out, and admit that they made a mistake, they don't want that. That's taxpayers' money, that's resources, and they look stupid. But it happened before. It don't happen a lot, but it's happened before where they made a mistake and they had to let people go free. So how do I feel? Man, it's tough. I still kind of feel like there's a mean, strong agenda against this man. I really feel like they're going to make an example out of him, and this is just one step of the process. But I just don't feel like they're going to just let this guy out. I feel like he's going to still have to go through, and they're still going to try to prove the fact that he raped and drugged people. I think they're going to keep trying to prove that.
Even if there's substantial evidence proving otherwise, you still think they're going because
I mean, think about it. You mean to tell, so we can't sit up here and really say that they went out here, arrested this man without viewing those tapes first.
Yeah.
I mean, because if the lawyer's getting that interpretation, how are they not? If we both watching the video and we say, oh, look at Cassie spanking people with this, doing that, and she's jumping on and riding them and all that, like ain't nobody making her do it.
Right.
Like we see what we see.
Right.
So, I mean, it's deep, man. I don't know, man. I don't know. I just don't see, maybe I'm giving them a little bit too much credit. I don't see the federal government making that type of critical error with such a big case like this. I just don't see it. Somebody got to be lying somewhere.
You know, and I feel you too. And I don't see them publicly coming out and saying, "Oh, I'm sorry, we made a mistake." They're gonna try to justify their actions, even if it means locking up an innocent man. And that's the scary part. And that's what I was kind of getting at, and that's what I feel like you were getting at too. Like it doesn't matter if he's innocent or not. We've been in situations where we've watched federal cases and the defense absolutely cooked the prosecution, and it did not matter. If they want you, they want you. And it just seems like, unfortunately, it's a situation where they just want him. And we may be looking at a situation in a year or so where he's going to jail for the rest of his life, and we're looking like, damn, the evidence proved that he did nothing wrong. And that's how scary this world is, bro.
They, even with the trafficking thing, that's why I think they're trying to kind of nail him, with that aspect of it, because it's just moving people, across different state lines.
Need less proof and less.
Yeah. That's why I think they really going to try to hammer down with this. And I mean, he's flying bitches out. He's flying people here. He's flying people there. But if they can get a few people to lie, then that could sway a jury.
Yeah.
You feel me? Even though he was having a party, it's fine. I get it. He pissed somebody off, man. And they felt like they had an angle to get him. They had enough people that was money hungry, fame hungry, because every day now it's a new lawsuit, to sway a jury now. Because remember, I think the way this shit seems like it's working, they're working in a court of public opinion first before it gets to the real court.
Yep.
They're burying you. They're killing you in a court of public opinion first because they know potential jurors are sucking all this up. Shit, you talking about kids in 3rd and 4th, 6th grade talking about Diddy parties.
Yep.
So you mean to tell me adults are not hearing about this? And it's shaping their perception right now to feel like this man is guilty and this man is innocent and that he's throwing sex parties and forcing people to do stuff against their will. Mm-hmm. So when they finally bring a case against him, it's going to be easy for them to get anybody to come in and testify and people can believe it. Even if on tape, it's the truth. Yeah. That's what I really believe.
I agree, bro.
Yeah.
I agree.
Deep shit.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
You got anything else over there?
I thought I had one motherfucking more. Let me see real quick. No, that actually might be it for the day. That might be it for the day. Okay. Yeah. That's definitely. Yeah, but yeah, that's you know, we shall see because I'll say this real quick. Notice how that Jay-Z shit is dying down.
Oh, it's gone.
That shit is gone. But you just got to be careful, man, because it's going to happen again with this. You're going to see it. I don't want to put nobody's name where I don't want to jinx nobody. But we already know people, they kind of like throwing their names in a pot. They say a CB or TS. You know what I mean? They kind of mixing these guys and already kind of getting us warmed up to the fact that these people may be this and maybe that. So if it hit Jay-Z, it get anybody. If it hit Bill Cosby, it could hit anyone.
Yeah, no one's safe.
But that's why I think it's very important for media outlets like ours and others out there, if they're out there, keep painting a narrative in a certain way, painting a truthful narrative and saying, hold on, wait. Let's just see this. Let's just see that. Let's just this. And I think hopefully we're able to breed more and more people that are outside of the box thinkers like us and not going to just go with the media narrative. It's very important, man, that YouTube and TikTok and these platforms are very, very important independent creators because they don't necessarily have to follow the status quo of the Fox, the ABCs, and these different platforms, right? We can come and give our own independent free thought, and I think that is crucial when events like this go down.